I like it.
Welcome, everybody.
Who wants to dance with us?
Who wants to dance with us? Let's do it.
Energy. We're switching energy.
We're shifting energy. Yeah. Turns out we both that works out well.
Yeah. I need it. I'm tired. Yeah. As you can see, I threw my hair up on top of my head because I didn't have time to do it. Do.
I did too. I just moved it back. We're done. All right. Well, now that we've got some dancing in, should we ground? Should we ground?
Yes. Okay. Yes, I need that.
All right. Let's close our eyes. Let's take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel your energy pool in your root chakra. Maybe it'll feel warm or tingly, or you'll just be aware that it's happening. Take a deep breath in and pull the energy from your root into your heart. Exhale and hold the energy in your heart. Inhale and pull the energy from your heart into your crown. Exhale and hold the energy in your crown. Inhale and pull the energy out of your body. Feel it connect with divine source energy. And with the out breath, pull that energy back into your body and into your heart. Breathe in and hold the energy in your heart. Breathe out and pull the energy down to your root. Breathe in and hold the energy in your root. Breathe out and push the energy down your legs and into your feet. Breathe in and hold the energy in your feet. Breathe out and push the energy into the earth. Feel that energy in with the earth's core and take a deep breath in and pull it back up towards your feet. Exhale. Inhale and feel the energy hit the soles of your feet and move up your legs and pool again in the root chakra and exhale into your root chakra. All right, open your eyes when you're ready.
So, I have to give a little shout out to Miss Ingrid H. Turner. So, yeah. So Monday morning, it's actually yummy. So I wish that I would have listened to the broadcast live, and was on this call while you were channeling this message, but I listened to it Monday morning and it was already the day too late, and I wish that I would have got it Sunday so I could have sent it out to everybody in my network and my followers, because honestly it was amazing. And so when we were discussing like what to talk about, I'm like, girl, we need to talk about what you channeled this weekend, because that was so powerful. And really it's it just goes right back to when I first laid eyes on you on my wall, which again, we don't know how you got on there, but you have a distinct way of channeling in exactly what I'm going through on that day. And I know I'm not the only one. And I feel like your followers and the people that are tuned in, tapped in, turned on with your stuff are really in alignment with what you're channeling. And it's almost like we're in our own little world. And that's how I feel. Like Monday, I was like, oh, I'm in this world. I'm with.
Yes, you are. You are in the world.
And so,
there you are. You froze for a minute. You're back.
I think.
Uh-oh. Darlin's frozen.
Everybody out there to hear this.
Oh, come back, Kerry.
Again?
There you are. Wait. kind of hear
Am
you.
I there?
You're all choppy, my love.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. It must be our internet, and I apologize for that.
Can you blame your husband?
So can we dive into what you channeled this weekend, please? Because I want everybody to hear it.
Well, and thank you for that, Kerry. First of all, you are gorgeous, and I'm so happy that you are in my world because you're right, it is like a whole world. And the messages that I channel on Sundays, I like to think of them as evergreen. So when you see it when you're supposed to see it, you get it when you're supposed to get it. So if you're listening today and you weren't on the Sunday broadcast, which was on my Ingrid H. Turner page and the Bava Spiritual Mission Facebook page and YouTube and all over the place, then you're meant to get it today. So, the message was really about this fundamental, permanent energy shift we've made, this energetic shift we made on our planet. And we're making lots of energy shifts on the planet. We are really like bumping into the golden age here. We really are. And what came up recently was about the action we take and the stuff that's driving that action. So we're moving into this paradigm of love, and we're bumping along into it, because transitions are bumping. But what really came through is the love, how much more power the love has in driving our action than any other motivation for action, like fear or anger or manipulation, anything like that, what we might classify as like negative emotions. When you have, when you're driving forth from love, then any action you take with the driving force of love behind it is really going to take us as far as we want to go. But what Spirit was telling me is, what if you're taking action with any of those other motivations, then we're going to be like in this little spinny place, and it's going to feel like things are happening, but really it's just busyness, and you're going to find yourself at square one over and over and over again. And Spirit was saying, hey, some of you might need to recreate that for a while, and that's okay. But once you get it, once you land in your heart and you realize, oh, I need to come from love, when you start driving forth your actions with love, things are going to start to shift. And I love that we're talking about this. I just want to tie this into corporate hippie connection, because, Spirit was talking about like our leaders and our children and us as individuals, but really like the business. You and I both come from corporate, right? We have a corporate background, so we know what that's like. And the energy so often, not always, but very often behind actions taken as a corporation or like leadership within a corporation is not from love generally. Generally, it's from something very different. But corporate connection, your goal, your driving goal is all action, everything you create through this movement, through this structure, is about creating community. And ultimately, that's about creating love. And one of the ways that you ran out of the gate with that as a business was to bring on a spiritual advisor. Anyways, was like, hey, we need somebody on staff who's of that spiritual bent, who is tapped into that energy. So that everything is going to be moving towards love, and actions are going to be taken from love. And it's a little bumpy to get there. But what Spirit was telling me this weekend, whenever it was, what day was it? Spirit says that when we take that action, when we get into our hearts and find our love, get in touch with our heart, and then take action from that place, not only are we making big headway for ourselves and for the planet, we're also showing the other people around us how to do that. And so you don't even have to talk to them. There's no discussion required. It's like through osmosis. And eventually the people who are sort of in the habit of action through fear, action through scarcity, action through whatever, they're going to get it more and more quickly the more we show up and simply do our work and create our actions through our love. And in this way, we're going to change the world really quickly and bring us faster into this golden age, into this new age of love. That was the summation of the message in a nutshell. I can read Mons as my guide's words if you want, which are very pretty, but those are my words. And that's why I love being a part of Corporate Hippie Connection, is because that's where you're headed. You're a new paradigm business. Yeah, we're using the structures, we're using the legal, the financial, whatever it is, but you're a new paradigm business. You're a new paradigm entity. And it's really exciting to be a part of that. to be part of that love brigade, right?
Mm-hmm. It's really refreshing that you're able to see this so clearly. And I really feel like our followers and the people that this community that is growing bigger and bigger with Corporate Hippie Connection see it, and they're just like coming on board. I mean, organically. I mean, we grew like 300 followers in the last week alone. Just by people, hearing more about it. So now I'm able to go out in the public more and network more, safely. There was an event this weekend, and I was so proud to go with some of the staff and my son, and we went there, and I said, we are Corporate Hippie Connection. And they're like, okay, what is it? What is Corporate Hippie Connection? Yeah. And I explained, and the one thing that I found really interesting is that people really thought it was amazing that I already had a resource center already up and going, and that we're consistent with it, and that we have top-notch authors writing in the resource center. And so we're already offering free resources for people out there that can't afford the resources that you would normally pay for. And that's the whole mission. I mean, I know you know about this, but not very many people know that my whole, I'm keeping my eye on the ball. It's not so much about producing the shows or having an original series or being on, the big network. That's not the goal. The goal is to get this information out there and change people's lives one person at a time, and taking them to their higher potential selves by teaching them simple steps and tools to be able to get to that. And they might have certain blocks or whatever, and to open the soup kitchen. This is so I can't even explain it. It's like the icing on the cake is I just want to get to the soup kitchen. I want to open this first soup kitchen in Nevada County. And that was my mission, and I was on track, and then the pandemic hit, and it's like, it's okay, because everything else is unraveled the way it is, and we will have it up and running in fall of next year. No matter what, there is going to be nothing that's going to stop me from doing this, because I think it's important that the outreach keeps on continuing, and the people that we're attracting are so strong and so skilled in their platforms and willing to come on and believe in this mission to do this. And you're right, it is on a completely different paradigm. We are flying high on a way higher vibration than the negativity that's out there. And so for me, I just go, I feel it right away. I just walk past it. I'm hardly on social media unless it's something to do with the platforms and to get the information out there. Yeah. I'm not even scrolling down. I try to support our team and, the powerhouses out there and the mastermind thinkers and the people that are on the same vibration as us. I want to give them energy and love. And that's where I'm at right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm really tired. I'm really tired from the smoke from the fires. I'm like, I can't get out there and work the farm. So I'm in the office working my butt off because, I'm a little bit of that OCD workaholic. But I'm tired. I'm a little tired, for sure.
I feel you. I'm a little antsy. We were talking about this backstage, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm a little antsy. I'm like, I was sitting here about 20 minutes ago in my kitchen, taking a little break and just stopping. And then I stopped and I went, I need to go. I need to get on a plane. I need to get out of here because all the smoke is indoors, and we've had the COVID pandemic, and it just got to the point where I was like, I can't do it anymore. And I actually feel a lot better. And I'm like, I'm clearing that energy out when I'm talking to you, because really what that feels like to me is like energetically, it's like just be more energetically expanded. It's not really about places expansion. It's more about energy expansion. And the beauty of getting on and talking to you and talking about things that we're both really passionate about, that expands the energy. And I actually feel better. And I hope you're feeling a little more energized as
I am. I think dancing and the snapping really helped.
You just start every time that way, every day. I just started the day with I don't know. Yeah, beautiful. Well, that's great. So I wanted to break something down. You were talking about corporate hippie connection and what you're doing, what you're all about. I think that's so cool because sometimes we might have listeners who might not know what the heck we're talking about when we say corporate hippie connection, and now you do. So, but like you were talking about like the actions we're taking and what you're creating, but then you were talking about the juice behind it, and the juice behind it, that energy of love is like you want to serve mankind, you want to serve people with information, inspiration that they need. And then what spirit tells me is like, okay, that's the energy, right? That's the compassion. That's the joy, what you're emitting. The action you take is the fun you have with the love that is coming out of you. So the actions you're taking, the fun that we're having is like an original series, getting picked up by a network, creating these shows, having a lot of fun with it. And that's how, spirit really wanted to drive home this week about how we're being personally rewarded by shifting into this new paradigm. We get to have tons of fun and live our best and brightest and biggest life and save the world.
Yeah.
And it's like through our passion that we are meant to be of divine service. And anybody who's alive right now on this planet is having that heart opening and learning how to navigate into love and come from love. And some people are there, they're like, okay, got it. I'm working on it. I'm intentional about it. And others who have not had that experience or had that focus in their life, they're staying on this planet and it's happening. Their hearts are cracking open, but it's a little more chaotic. Because anybody who's had a period of awakening in their life, if you've had a spiritual awakening or an emotional breakthrough, or gone through a period of real growth, like your world falls apart. It's really chaotic. Weird things come out of us. Like we have all these feelings that we've stuffed and repressed for a long time. So that's a big chunk of the world and what they're going through right now, which is why you're seeing so much divisiveness and so many intense emotions coming out. People's hearts are popping open.
Yeah, it's not so much, yes, it's people, right? But it's also corporations, CEOs of companies, executives in major household names are coming together. They desperately needed this big time out to regroup, get refreshed. And now I'm seeing mental health days added to their employee books. They're realizing they need to invest in their people. If their people are happy, they will work harder for you. And so they're really getting a grasp on this whole new awoken life and how it's not the rat race. This is not how we're going to get people to work harder. We need to invest in our people. That's why when I started Corporate Hippie Connection, I always knew it was going to be people first, money second. So if you notice, the shows and the resource center came out first. We're just now, to this day, adding things for sale on our site.
Right.
Because to me, people's mental health and people's the way they feel and their growth, that self-empowerment was way more important than selling something. It wasn't about the money for me. It was about investing in the people and putting them first. And the corporations are getting it. They're understanding that they have no choice but to invest in the people. And actually, it's not even a choice. They want to do it.
I love that. You know what else I love is sitting here and looking for all the ways that love is permeating our world in new ways. I love that. And, I feel like we should make that a habit for this week and beyond is, it's crazy times. Like we admit it. But we look for ways that love is newly permeating our planet. Because if you look, you're going to see it. And it's going to blow your mind. It'll just keep showing up and proving itself to you.
And I mean, bottom line here, love wins. Love will always win.
Love wins. Love
Mm.
wins. Yeah, that's gorgeous.
So, how about read your favorite part of what you and Mons worked on?
Oh, geez. Okay. That's, All right.
The most potent part. I mean, we're at 20 minutes and 17 seconds. So let's see what we can grab in. I mean, let's.
Okay, I've got it. I've got a little snippet here that I'll share. Okay. So for those of you who don't know my process as a channel, I have a spirit guide who I work with for these things. And it's really cool. Like I'll start to feel things in my body as he comes knocking on my door, and I'll start to get little images, and I won't know what the heck they mean because I'm just getting impressions. But when I put pen to paper, I dictate from this person. And it's a voice that is really not mine. If you can really tell the difference like between what I'm writing and what's being channeled through Mons, his writing is very almost more formal. I don't know. It's hard to describe. But here's, oh, shoot, I lost it. Come out. I literally lost the page.
It's okay. It's going to come back. Whatever's meant to be will be.
I found it. All right. So here's the little snippet. And if you want to see the whole message, go to either my Ingrid H. Turner page or the Bava Spiritual Mission page. I've got the whole message written out, and I've got a little video snippet of just me giving the message. If you want to view the whole Sunday service, you got to go to YouTube, because Facebook keeps blocking my video because they think I'm stealing music. And then I dispute it. And they're like, oh yeah, you're not stealing music. And they give me my video back, but it takes them like 7 days. So it's like kind of a whole thing. So finding us on YouTube, the Bava Spiritual Mission on YouTube, is the best bet to see the whole shebang. But here it is. Little snippet from this week's message. Simply be love at every opportunity. When you recognize yourself out of alignment with love, take all the time you need to realign. No time is wasted in the inaction as you come home to love. It is your purpose to be in love, and the output of that love, the actions you take from love, that is the fun you get to have with love. Be in quiet practice as often and as long as you need to. Love knows no rush. It is only fear that insists on speed. Message. Go check it out.
I love it. How are you feeling?
Awesome. Feeling great. Feeling complete. How about you?
I feel great, and I feel complete. I do.
Awesome.
So for everybody out there, if you would like to connect with Ingrid and I, you can find us every Tuesday at 2:00. We go live and we talk about our little tidbits, and we have different subject lines, and sometimes people ask us to talk about different things, and we do. And so every week you will find us here at 2:00. And if you would like to dive deeper with Ingrid H. Turner, not only is she corporate hippies connections spiritual advisor, like we said, she also is has a different platform called the Bava Spiritual Mission, and you can find her on Ingrid H. Turner. She's going live almost every day. She's constantly posting. She's consistent with channeling spirit. And so, is there anything else that you would like to add that I missed?
Well, thank you for that, sweetheart. Bava Spiritual Mission is a church. We're most primarily a digital church. And so we put out a lot of content. Like Kerry was talking about her resource center and Corporate Hippie Connection. We kind of have our own thing going there where we put out a lot of content, a lot of videos. The whole community comes together on the Bava's Facebook page to bring you more content and channeled messages and bits of wisdom. We have an amazing community. We have a school where we train you how to do what I do, which is channel divine spirit and open up your intuition in order to find your spiritual gifts and take those gifts out into the world. That's the Bava Spiritual Mission. I'll just put it up on the screen for just a minute so that you can see what it looks like, how it's spelled. So you can search for the Bava Spiritual Mission on Facebook, and then that's our website, bavamission.org. And since you took such a sweet moment and talked about me and the Bava Spiritual Mission, I want to take an opportunity and brag about you, and then you could add to it if you need to. So Kerry is the founder and CEO at Corporate Hippie Connection. And as I alluded to earlier, you know, your organization is badass. It is new paradigm, new earth, love driven. The more I've gotten to know Kerry and the more time I've spent with her and her organization and the people she brings together, the more impressed I am and the happier I am to be a part of this organization. I said this before, I'll say it again. I am not a joiner. I always do my own thing. I'm not good about like meshing with other people's platforms. I'm kind of a like, you do you, boo. I support me, but it feels really good in alignment to mesh with Kerry's platform and to be the spiritual advisor for Corporate Hippie Connection, which is a big deal. I mean, Kerry was saying a couple of weeks ago, she goes, this is new. This is paradigm shifting. And it absolutely is, because this is a new trend we're going to set, is to have spirit involved in our business, in our livelihood, in our great work, you know, the form that we're putting together for our great work. So Kerry, Corporate Hippie Connection, she puts podcasts and shows and writing resource center. There's so much coming from her. So go check out her website and go like her page. If you're watching this on my Facebook page and you're not connected with Kerry at Corporate Hippie Connection, go do that, because I cannot pump this woman up highly enough. Did I miss anything? Anything to add?
No, you're awesome. You're so awesome. I'm so thankful for you. I always walk out of these feeling like I don't know if my head could fit out the door, and I'm not an ego-driven person. So this is just awesome. And I just love doing this with you, really. I do. And I love our community. I'm so thankful. I'm in a constant state of gratitude for everybody out there and everybody that's listening. And if you ever have any questions, please private message us, and we will do our best to answer your question on the following Tuesday. And from us to you, we love you, and we can't wait to see you next Tuesday.
Join us next Tuesday, both platforms. Loving you madly. Bye. For now.